Welcome to Wednesdays with Wendy. We're so excited to have you here today. We have a really great show that's going to be a little extended than our normal show. Today we have Debbie Saviano. She's a social media guru, and we're just so honored to have her here today. She's going to talk to us a little bit about some things that you can do with social media to up your game. Debbie, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Cool to have you here today.
Thank you. Exciting.
So tell us a little before, to establish your credibility about your social media and your reach.
Because they're looking at my age and they're thinking, what's that lady know? I know that's what they're looking at. Let's be real. So my first career, I was a school principal, almost my whole career, from K to 12th grade. Different schools, and retired from that and spent 2 years learning social media. That's all I did for 2 years. And so I learned from some of the most creative, innovative, genius, primarily guys. I hate to say that, but it was. But learned everything from them for 2 years. And so then when Stacy and I met, and Stacy and Linda and I started Women's Leadership Live, obviously my gift was the social media. So that's kind of where it comes from. And I will tell people, if you have someone who tells you they're an expert, run, because there's no such thing in social media, because it's so fluid, it changes every day. And so you can I never say I'm an expert, I say I'm an advocate or a guru, because you're never an expert. But the thing with social media is we can now take physical space and expand it with digital space. And I think that's what people think of them as two separate things, and they're not. They're an extension of. So we're here together. But people could also be tweeting or posting or sharing on digital space, and it's kind of like beam me up Scotty, really. I mean, think about it. That's what it's like.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. Yeah. And I hope you guys are sharing, hearting, liking as we're talking. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
So what is the handle they would do that for you if it was on Instagram?
It would be, whoa.
I'll go first. So
good. Give me a sec.
So for Debbie and Stacy, for Instagram, our handle's the same across all platforms. On Twitter, it's W Leadership Live. There's only so many characters. On Instagram, it's Women's Leadership Live. Facebook, it's Women's Leadership Live. So you always want to learn what someone's handle is so that you really can share their information. Right. So where would you want them to share your stuff?
That's good. Box Elder SBDC is the handle that we would want you to go look at.
There you go.
And hope that you are looking at.
That's right.
Yes, thank you. Never even thought of that before.
Anytime you start one of these, you should always say, be sure and tweet and share this, because you want other people to, number one, learn the information you're sharing with them, and then also learn about you because of the services and things you can do to help them.
You know what? It almost should be on your business card.
It should be on your business card.
I never thought of that before, but it should be on your business cards.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell us about your followers. How many followers do you have?
Great question. So people are always talking about, a gazillion followers and how great that is. And it is great. But here's the thing. You can only talk to so many people.
Yes.
One thing we take a lot of pride in at Women's Leadership Live is when we tweet or post or share, our phone is in our hand. We do not use any automated services. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but our model is we're engaged. We're in real-time engagement. So for us, it's not about the numbers, it's about the engagement, and we have huge engagement because they know we're there. They know we're talking to them.
That's right. Yeah, they do. And actually, just a study came out the other day that when you do get likes and stuff like that, those don't really have impact. It's the organic that really makes a difference, and it is the engagement and how active you actually are on it. And so you guys are doing it right. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
For our audience, what are a few things that you would say, hey, this is what you need to do?
So the one thing that, again, the teacher in me, right? I'm an educator at heart. So the thing that I always want people to think about when we're, get away bug, is the fact that you want to remember that what you do in physical space is what you do in digital space. And I'll give you an example. So if we're sitting here talking, right? If you were talking and all I was doing was this, that's a like and it doesn't mean anything. After a while, you're going to start talking to me.
True.
Right. So you want to like, that's good. You want to do the head, but you also want to engage. So what you do in physical space, you want the same rules of engagement for digital space. So you want to comment. What is the huge kahuna, if you will, is sharing, because you want more people to know what you do. You offer great services, Wendy, with what you do with your clients. So you want other people to share that so that they then can learn what you do, how you can help them. So that would be the first thing. The golden rule is the number one thing. Always remember that how you treat people, you want them to treat you. And the third thing I'd say is authenticity. You want to be real. You want to be the one who's engaging with them and you care about them, and it's not about us. It's about how do you share and promote other people. Yesterday, for example, we had two women we know well, Kim Glass and Jody Harris. Jody Harris was on, Kim has a book coming out, and Jody was on HSN yesterday. So we tweeted and shared and everything about both those ladies. Well, everyone in our community did the same thing, because it's not about us, it's about uplifting other people. So that's an important factor. Always uplift others.
Yes, those are really important. And one of the things I love about you, Debbie, is I'm friends with her on Instagram and on Facebook, and she always engages with me. It's so rare. I'll put something out, and if she's around, she will put a little comment really quick, or I'll see little hearts go up or a little like. And I know that she is watching, and I don't know where you find the time to always be like,
I wonder,
oh my gosh, what does Debbie do? It's usually in an airport, probably. That's usually where
I have it, because people always say, well, you're always out there. No, that's another thing I say. Have a strategy, know why you're there, and know what your purpose is of being there. So in the morning and in the evening, I take time to post the stuff for Women's Leadership Live, obviously.
Yes.
And then to go in and people I know to see what they've done and to comment and share on theirs. If I'm somewhere like we've been the last couple of days, and like we're at Product Power Up tomorrow and the next day, I'll do it during the day, but normally it's morning and it's night. However, I get hits on my phone when someone I know is posted, so I can see that. I don't do it on everything, because you just don't have enough time.
Right.
But I'm disciplined enough that I see it, but I don't go to it unless I have time. That's the key. Yes. You have to be disciplined not to go get sidetracked. Yeah. So know why you're there, know what your purpose is, get in, do it, and get out. Because you can get sucked in. My gosh, Pinterest boards, please.
Totally, you can.
You're going to redo your house tomorrow off Pinterest boards, right?
Well, I kind of am.
You are doing your house. I just saw it on Instagram.
That's right. That's right, you did. You know, when you were talking, it kind of made me think, you know, we put together business plans for a bank loan and for putting together our business. It almost sounds, as we're talking, that you kind of need to put a little business plan, some thought together into your social media, so you know what your goals are, who you're giving back to, who it is that you want to connect with, and who you are. I think that that's one of the things I notice the most on social media, and you probably do too, is there's a lot of fake actors out there.
Right.
And you like them for a little bit, but after that, you know,
because no one lives that perfect a life.
No way.
Please.
Yeah.
Some of our best posts are the ones where you have no makeup on, your hair's a mess. I mean, please, because that's reality.
Well, that's why Stacey's so popular on HSN, because she never wears makeup when she's starting her show.
That's exactly right.
It's because she's a real girl.
She's real. She's authentic. Absolutely. That's for sure.
And so being our authentic self is really, really important.
It is. And another thing to think about it just made me think about that, Wendy, when you have your accounts, and we always encourage people, print off the first page of every social media account you have. Look at it and say, is it consistent? Is the picture the same? Are the bios the same? Are the keywords the same? Because you should, as you said, have a consistent plan across all those platforms.
Right.
Now, how you post in those are different, because they're different audiences.
Yes.
But the information you share should be the same. Is your URL, is your website there? Is your what you do, your call to action? But you want consistency, clarity, and consistency, because people are busy and they don't have time to be looking and saying, is that her? Is that him? You want to know as soon as they hit it that that's you.
Yeah, that's really true. One of the things I tell my clients is to pick a filter you like.
Yes. And
stick with that filter, so that everything has a consistency and a flow. And then I show them Instagram, people that are masterful at that, and they're able to connect with that and catch that.
Right. And another thing on Instagram that's really popular and really a lot of people don't know that they can do is to repost. So there's an app called Repost. It's an app. And so doing that, so for example, we're here at this beautiful space, Urban Studio, and I had taken and shared Celeste Shaw, something that she had done and Brooke Lark had done on our Instagram. So you go to their Instagram, you hit the repost, and you go through the steps. It comes up on your page, and you copy exactly it copies exactly what you had, that they had. So you're promoting them on your page.
That is awesome.
Yeah, reposting can be a really powerful thing for people, because then those people are going to be appreciative that you took the time to share their information.
That's right. Yeah, they will. That's
for sure.
Really
so reposting is extremely helpful. Yeah. And I'll be happy to send you a link that we have, where it's just a little cheat sheet that people can have that you can put in your wherever your the bio.
We'll share that with our
because it's real helpful.
That's awesome.
It's got little pictures and shows you what to do.
That's great. Debbie, you're delightful. Before we give your last thoughts,
yes,
we want to thank Joe Packham. for letting us use this space today. It's incredible. It's so beautiful. Joe, just come here, just for like 1 second. You need to see this beautiful lady. Everybody needs to see Joe.
Here.
Because I think this space is for rent. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about it?
That's right.
This space used to be for rent, but now I just share it with my friends.
Awesome. Sorry,
it's my
folks.
happy place,
We're glad
so I
that you're
don't rent
friends.
it.
We're glad
We're here.
I
That's
hope
right.
they can get the
Thank you.
picture back there because
You're
it's
always
just gorgeous.
It is. It's such
Gorgeous.
a beautiful place.
You can see the table.
We do love it.
We have a
It
dinner
is.
here
It's lovely.
tonight.
We just really want to thank Joe for letting us come today.
Absolutely.
And go ahead. Last thought that you have for everyone.
Isn't that funny? I talk so much and I share so much. When you said last thought, my brain kind of went boom.
what?
Okay, yeah, for sure. But I'll think of something.
I have confidence in you.
So when you're doing social media, as you said, know why you're there and use real pictures. This is a perfect example here, this space.
Yeah.
So the first time Stacy and I came here, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's eye candy everywhere. I took all kinds of pictures that then I put in little folders in my phone because we do use some pictures, you know, I use a lot of apps, Word Swag, and just a lot of apps. But when you have real pictures and you can add things to them, that's unique because no one else has that. The other thing is stay within your brand because, you know, you want the colors, you want the fonts, Stacy would be so proud of me saying this stuff because that's Stacy's gift because that's been her whole world. But you want to have real images that you can take. So always look at things in a different light when you're out. Because once you start doing that, you'll think, oh my gosh, that's a really cool picture. And sometimes the closer you get, the better off it is for you. But save those and use those because they can be really valuable for you because nobody else has them.
I love that. And I love that you mentioned apps. I don't have nearly enough apps. I think that it's something that we all should maybe go and investigate. It would make our world a lot easier to go.
I'll give you some that we use.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll share those with you.
Word Swag is probably the biggest one that I use, but the other thing like Ripple and Animoto and some things you can do where you have little mini videos and stuff you create with pictures. Again, because you want to stand out. You want people when they see your stuff to know you're going to bring them value. Educate, entertain, and inspire. That's what you should be doing when you're on social media. Educate, entertain, inspire. Somewhere within that realm.
Very good. Thank you,
Thank
Debbie.
you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
She's so adorable.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much.